Alrighty, g'day everyone, and welcome back to another video. So I'm sorry I haven't had a video out. It's been about probably 2 weeks since I've last put a video out, which is pretty poor. I've had a lot of assignments and exams that were in the past week, so I've been pretty busy studying and prepping for finishing up on all of them. But yeah, it's finally come a time when I can have a bit of time to myself. Work on some items in the workshop. Hope you can hear me over the rain actually. Spitting pretty hard. But anyway, as you can see, we have some air tools, some vintage ones. Oh, this one isn't that vintage, probably 1990s. This one on the other hand, really old. So I will start off with this, because this is probably going to be the main subject of the video. This is a Australian made tecalemit air operated grease gun. I've never actually seen one of these before, until obviously when I seen this one. Yeah, this is my dad's, and apparently he got it at a sale, probably when he was a kid, I think he said. Maybe a bit older, I don't know. But it doesn't work. I have tried it out, just press the trigger in, and all I could hear was the air just rushing out. So either it's seized up, or the vanes are seized up in their little, I don't know what you call it, like their little housings. So we'll have to free that off. I believe that's what's wrong. I could be wrong, but I guess that's what we're going to do, is find out. This, on the other hand, is mine. This is a Snap-on PDR 5A pneumatic drill. This thing is a ripper. Although it's not like this one actually works. It works quite well. It's got a lot of power to it. It's pretty slow, but I guess that's just air drills for you. Yeah, it's got a 1/2-inch Jacobs chuck. I'm waiting on a chuck key from Snap-on currently. They're taking their sweet old time to deliver it. But other than that, it just needs a bit of maintenance. Ever since I got it, I've wanted to take it apart and grease all the planetary gears, because in this head here, you've obviously got your vanes in your rotor, which sit in this cylinder here. And then you've got up here, you've got your planetary gears, which need to be greased. You can't actually grease them or oil them. They need to be lubricated by preventative maintenance. So yeah, that's all this one's got. So I think I might leave this one to last, because it's only got a little bit to do. And we will crack on with the tecalemit. So I have given it a small clean up. So I guess we got to start cracking into it. The only way I can see to actually get into it is there's four, I don't know if you can see that, there's 4 flathead screws holding this head on. I'm just going to try and take them out, and there we go, this one loose, and see if that maybe allows us to split everything apart. I can tell it's going to go, yeah, nearly went flying. It's got a lot of crap in there. I don't know if you can see all that dirt and stuff in there. I see. Got some dirt daubers. Gotta love dirt daubers. I just bloody love them. They seem to bloody wreck every single thing you bloody ever have. You cannot get a good thing ever come out of dirt daubers. The buggers are always doing something bad. Anywho, looks like we've got a split pin in there. I don't know if you can see, like a cotter pin. I'm wondering if I bend that over and try and slide it out, maybe that'll allow us to do some more. Other than that, this whole head unit sort of looks pretty, I wouldn't say useless, but not got much in it that we need to worry about. I think it's just down here, because I'm guessing that's all of our vanes are in that little, I don't know what you call it, something. that rotor. It's a very small rotor, I must say, but I'm guessing all of our vanes are in there, so I guess we'll get a set of pliers and bend that cotter pin over. Right, I'll have to do another video, but I got myself a new set of pliers too. We've got a big set of nice new Knipex pliers, as you do. Oh, actually the whole bloody unit's coming out. Okay, there we go. We didn't even need to take that cotter pin out. There we go. Yeah, so it might have been seized up. Feels very sticky in there. I wonder if that's what's wrong with it. It's just very sticky and doesn't want to move. I don't know. I'll keep pulling this out and see what we get. Jesus. Stuck in there nice, isn't it? Doesn't really want to come out. Maybe didn't bend the tabs over enough. Oh, here we go. I think it's coming. Slowly. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Hit it back in. Bend those tabs over a bit more. There goes all my needles and seats. Crap. Anywho, that's a cotter pin out. Let's pop that over to the side for now. Yeah, there's our cotter pin. And here's our shaft thingy-majiggy. How this bloody thing works, I got no clue. Oh, hang on. I think I do know how this works now. Okay, so it doesn't actually have a pump, or it does, but I think I know how it works. So this pin here must slide into this here and go push in there and then feed the grease out, I'm guessing. Although it's not feeding it out now, it might eventually. Yeah, I think that's how it works. You learn something new every day, don't you? Right, I'll get a new cotter pin for that. Try and clean all this up with a bit of brake clean, I reckon. Or carby cleaner, that might work. There we go. Okay, so we've got our cotter pins here. This is our new one. I reckon it's a pretty good match. So we'll put that in. And we'll slide our little shaft in first. Then our new cotter pin. There you go. Feels pretty solid. And we'll bend the tabs over. I've got a bit of a longer cotter pin this time. And then we've got more room to bend the tabs over. There we go. I reckon that looks pretty good. So I'll lube this up. We'll lube the whole bore up. Just good old Gulf Western air tool oil. Smother that in. Sure, I'll put a bit around this ring too. It's probably all going to come out that bloody hole, but oh well. It's better having too much oil than no lubrication at all. Alright. Probably needs good work, I reckon. It's a bit tight. Okay, now we just got to clean out this bloody dirt dobber's nest somehow. Righty, so now I've cleaned everything out, so I'll assemble it all back together. Oh, hang on, I've forgotten something. The spring, the big spring, that's what we've forgotten. There we go, now that's actually moving quite freely, which is good. Just gotta put this spring on, put it back in here, wind that up, press it down. Get one of the screws in here. Right, so we've got two screws holding it in now. Put the other two in. Move everything out the way so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, that's the grease gun done. We'll try that out and see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll have to investigate further. Righty, so we're now ready to try out the grease gun. See if it works. Oh yeah, there you go, it's working. I don't know if it works real well, but it's pumping grease, so it must be doing something. Anyhow, oh, that's a winner for the old tecalemit. Okay, so we are working on the snap-on pneumatic drill now, now that the grease gun is finished. But yeah, no, it's pretty cold this morning, so the base of this the whole drill itself is bloody cold as charity, so my hands are not really feeling it. But yeah, I've got to, as I said, take this head off, and there's those planetary gears in this casing here, and they need to be greased or lubed, whatever. They're probably already lubed from all the oil going throughout the drill, but I'd rather just take them off anyway and have a look. So we've got to clamp this in a vise, twist it around, and I'll twist it around like this because the planetary gears sit in here, and I don't really want them, falling out. I want to know which one goes where, because I think there should be like 3 of the buggers in there, and we don't really want to muck their position up, if you know what I mean. Alrighty, so in front of me we have the pulled apart, but yeah, it's pretty simple how it works. So we have 2 planetary drives in here, and we have our main. If I split this apart, this is our all of our vanes and stuff sitting here, vane housing. We've got a couple of bearings. We've got one up in that housing up there, one there, one at the back. Oh, that's not a bearing, never mind. Yeah, I think we've got a bearing in there. But yeah, we've got a ring or sun gear, I think. Oh no, it's not a sun gear, is it? I think that's just a ring gear. It might be a sun gear, who knows. But yeah, so we've got a bearing there. I'll try and keep that the way it went, as well as the, we're just going to call that a ring gear for now. Line all these bloody cogs up. But yeah, I didn't really have to worry about this one, because this one, the cogs are all in a little housing. They're not going to fall out, so I didn't really have to worry about it. I just put it in the vise, but yeah. So we've got a ring gear there. And here's all of our planetaries. There's, as I said, 3 planetaries in the, or 3 little gears in the whole planetary. It's pretty cool. Then we've obviously got our big nut that goes onto the edge of the housing. Wondering whether I should paint it. I don't really know if I should. As I said, it's a little bit beat around, but it still works great. And the vanes actually have, remarkably, still a fair bit of life left in them, so that's nice. But yeah, anyway, we've got this is the first planetary. We've got our bearing and our ring gear, or whatever you want to call it, and our secondary planetary. So I have to grease everything up here. I don't know whether I should grease the bearings or just put a little bit of air tool oil in them. I know the vanes I'll have to put air tool oil in, because obviously that's where the air goes. But all this planetary gear is sort of more sealed up, and it's just sort of sealed grease really. So yeah, I'll probably put grease in all of these parts, oil in the vanes, and then we'll pop it all back together and see if I manage to stuff it up. Right, so we got some of this old John Deere lithium grease here, and it looks the same colour as what's in the bloody thing already, so I reckon we'll just probably get away with putting a bit of it in. That's the stuff I'm using. It's just multi-purpose grease. But yeah, hopefully it'll do the trick. I say hopefully lightly. Probably will do the trick. I mean, it's grease. It's better than nothing at all. But yeah, we'll just pop a little bit on there. Make sure everything is nice and lubricated. Bit on there. Put a heap in these sun gears, or ring gears, whatever you want to bloody call the buggers. I honestly don't care. So yeah, just smudging it in, like so. I believe you have to do this to all power tools at some point in their life. Most power tools have like a planetary drive, and that needs to be greased. So we'll try and line these up with that gear again. Throwing that grease in. Oh yeah. Listen to that bugger cracking. Jeez, there's a lot of grease in there. And grease your spline shaft. Trying to get that crap in there. a bit of grease on the secondary planetary gears, or the main, sorry, the first one, the first set. Pardon me. Some on this bearing here, it's probably enough. A little bit on the outside as well. Shove that onto there. Oh, yeah. Put it on cockeyed, of course. There we go. Might stick some oil inside. We'll try and get some oil inside of it as well. Probably using really flash, running it with grease on the outside and no oil. Stick some of that in there. There you go. White butter. Just stick some. Alrighty. We'll lubricate up this gear here. The external gear, or whatever you want to call it. Put some more around there. Right, so due to my phone being an absolute arsewipe, it would appear that I've lost a fair bit of my storage, or sorry, a lot of my filming, due to a high amount of storage space taken up. But anyway, as you can see, the drill is back together, safe and sound. So we'll test it out and see if it wants to go. So we're running about 80 psi at the moment. The recommended highest max is about 90, so it's not at its full speed, but we'll see how it goes in forward. Reverse. Seems to be going all right. You just hear the air compressor's kicked in. It does use quite a bit of air, which is not too great, but it's not. Just means it's got a heap of power to it. So yeah. Anyhow, that'll be the end of today's video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.